I'm back. Guess you guys are sick of me now because I talk forever. I do ramble a lot, and I mean a lot. I'm so sorry. Alrighty. Well, this is day 2 of the Q&A. This is on a different day, so yes, I'm wearing something different. I only did a few things to make me look somewhat decent for this video. Just a smidge. So, the first half, I'm so sorry it ran so long. The future, if I ever do future Q&As, guys, it's never going to be this long. It's this long the first time because I had so much I wanted to say, so many things I wanted to tell you guys for the first time, so in future, it won't be this long, I promise. I hope it won't be this. I just met you guys for the first time, and I just want to share myself with you. So, I hope you guys like me. You know, am I what you expected? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing. So, second day. I'm going to be doing questions from YouTube. So that was DeviantArt. Here are questions from YouTube. And I will hopefully get to those questions that I didn't answer the first time. So here we go. Scribble71891 asks, are you a fan of Grypwolf? Your styles look familiar. You use a pic for reference. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh, am I a fan of Grypwolf? It's... You know what? I'm glad somebody asked this question because I wanted to mention this. Yes, I'm a fan of Grypwolf, and you probably can tell there's a lot of similarities. We both do line art. There's a lot of similarities. Like, I learned pretty much most of my style from Grypwolf, and that's one of the things that I want to improve on, as in becoming my own kind of artist, because what I used to do is when I was younger, this is in general when I was younger, you learn things as you grow up, and I loved one of her pictures. I still love all of her work to this day, and you know, when you're a kid, I was like, I don't know, it's 8, 9 or something, and I posted something on DeviantArt, and she did a picture, and I was like, that's really cool, I'm gonna copy it, and then I did, and I posted it up, and I was like super proud of myself, because I was like, yeah, it looks great, and then she sent me a message like, what the heck is this, take this down, and I was like, oh, so, you know, I was terrified, and so, mostly to say, I have gotten in trouble for loving her so much, so, that's one of the things as an artist that I'm learning how to do now. Definitely learning how to trust myself more with my own art and kind of not embrace my inner Grypwolf, but embrace my inner Crystal Kitty K, I guess. So really making my own style is what I'm trying to struggle with figuring out to do now. If you don't know of Grypwolf, boom, there are some pictures of her right there. I love her. Like, almost everything she does, she could just scribble a doodle and I'd be like, oh, it's godlike. She's my inspiration. So go give her a check it out. For sure, Z's. Alright, next question. Thank you very much for your question. Why don't you have more subs? Darkening Soul asks. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's funny because at the beginning, when I first started out, I was like super, you know, just posting art up for whatever, and I just kind of was like, you know, it's never really about subscriptions for me. I was never a person that was wanting subs. I mentioned this earlier. I just, eventually, when I would just spend a lot of time on my videos and next to nobody would see them, you know, it was a little bit disheartening, you know, in general, and that goes for, I guess, anything you do. If you put a lot of heart and quality into your work and then it doesn't get instant popularity, which isn't what I wanted, but, you know, if anything, the most that I wanted was feedback, and I love feedback that I'm getting from you guys now. I've mentioned this. I love comments. Please don't ever stop commenting. I love getting comments. After the first shout out from Melons from the Metaton scribble that she did, her quick sketch, all of you guys jumped over, and I guess, like, sequentially after that, it got to a point where almost every single question or comment that I got was, why don't you have more subs? You guys, you should have way more subs. You're so cool and legit. You should get more recognition. And I was just like, you know, I had to come to terms with it. Because at first, yes, it was a little frustrating to not have more than maybe 50 subs at some points, and it was just like, you know, I spend a lot of time on my stuff, and then people would be like, wow, your stuff is really good, you have a lot of quality to your work, you should have more subs, and, you know, I'm never one to compare, so, you know, it was always like, maybe I should, but why don't I? I'd like to know that myself. You know, I had to let that festering get away, because the green-eyed monster sometimes would attack me when I'd see other videos that have like millions of views and mine that is like trickling in with 1 or 2 every other day. So I had to let that jealousy go away, because otherwise, if I was jealous of other people and other artists, you would definitely see that take effect in my art. And I didn't want that because you guys could pick up on that. You guys could definitely pick up on, like, you know, emotions that I would be feeling if I was angry or something. It would just be angrily drawing to make something better. And it wouldn't be for what I wanted to do, because the reason I started my channel was because I love art and I love drawing and I want to share it with you guys. That was the reason for starting my channel. If I let it get to me that I don't have a bajillion subs, then I wouldn't be anywhere. And I'm really content with where I am now. Like, you guys even still are just like, you should have like way more than 2,000 subs. I wish you had like 1 million. And I'm just like, the most that I ever wanted. And I'm so glad, because thanks to Melons, this has happened a lot faster than I thought it ever would happen. I just wanted feedback. You know, that's what I really wanted. All I wanted, like, you know, was a community for me to talk to people about my art with. And I have that now. And you know, if it stays here, I'm satisfied with that. I don't need any, I'm good with whatever. So, you know, the fact that anybody here, you know, values watching my videos, I really appreciate it. And even though I know they're long, like, I can't make them any shorter because unfortunately I do them over several days, so I can't make them any shorter than they are. So the fact that you guys watch them, and, you know, if you don't watch them all the way through, I don't care. I appreciate you just for clicking on the link. So thank you so much. I'm content with where I'm at. So if I get more subs, cool. But if I'm where I'm at, cool also. I'm content. Valley MCC asks, hi, I have a question. Did you trace one of the frames or parts of Walking Melon's AAA animation of Mettaton EX's fight? Because it looks like it. No, I didn't! I can understand how you could see that though. I have proof. Melons specifically sent me sketches of both Muffet and Mettaton EX's pictures. Here they are right now. She sent them through email. So I can understand how you would think that though. I know exactly what frame you're talking about. It's right after Sans Papyrus are, you know, talking or whatever. And there's a frame where Mettaton's like, I know exactly what frame you're talking about. And it probably looks like it, but I promise you, no, I did not copy it. I can understand that though. I mean, you know, I'm new to YouTube and you guys have just met me, so I'm sure a lot of you are skeptical about how I, you know, who I am if I ripped off Melons or whatever. I'm trying to use her. Please don't think that. I didn't. It's again the Alphas to Mettaton, Alphas to Undyne situation. You know, I'm a newbie, so I understand if there's a lot of hate. You know, she's exposing a new artist to all of you guys, and I'm not trying to take away her fans at all. I love her for who she is. I love Melons myself. So, you know, I understand that a lot of you guys are coming from Melons' channel, and, you know, this is new for you. So if you guys are skeptical of stuff that I've done, then it's fine. I'm, you know, it's whatever. No, I promise you I didn't do that. Thank you for your question. Thank you for clarifying that, because if anybody else wondered that, no, I didn't! I don't steal! I didn't steal! I promise I didn't steal. Alright? So, thanks for clarifying that question. Next question. Katrina Benitez asks, do you use a mouse? If you do, that's a surprise. If not, that's okay. Your work is amazing! You earned a subscriber. Aw, thank you. Well, here is a mouse. I just got this, but no, I don't draw with a mouse. I, in fact, watch. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Pew! Boing, 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 boing. I totally didn't steal that from Steven Universe reference. No, I use a tablet. I use the, I post this at all of my videos in my descriptions. I use a Wacom Bamboo Splash tablet, and I ordered this through Amazon. This was very similar to the very first tablet I have, because I got this actually a little over less than half a year ago, so it's still technically fairly new. But I love this tablet with all of my being, and it was only, like, say, I think $70 to $80. It was really reasonable for most tablets out there that range to, like, in the 150s. So, no, I do not use a mouse, but I use a tablet. And if you want any more clarification on how that works, I'll probably explain some of that if you guys ever ask for tutorials or stuff like that. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody that subscribes. I appreciate every single subscription. And if you unsubscribe, it's okay, but probably prefer if you didn't do that. Next question! I'm trying to wrap this up, by the way, guys. I'm going to make this a lot shorter because I know that I spent all of your time yesterday on talking about whatever and random things because I want to ramble forever. My little constant rambling. So I'm going to try and make this quicker because I have some things I want to get to that I didn't answer in last questions. I have a few notes at the end I want to mention. So here we go. Undertale's AU Comics or Other asks, you know Fairy Tail! Oh my gosh! Oh yes I do! Wait for it. I'm gonna fangirl on camera. Oh no! Yes, I love Fairy Tail! Do I love Fairy Tail as much as One Piece? No. But I love Fairy Tail, I love Natsu, and I love Lucy. I got a necklace too. I don't know if you can see it. I'll post a picture if this doesn't show up on the camera. Woo! So I have necklaces that I got from Comic-Con like all over the place. I have this one. This is my second One Piece necklace. I got this one first. And then I have this one that I got from Comic-Con as well. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love my One Piece. I love my Luffy. I honestly wish I asked more questions about One Piece because I love me some One Piece. I would not mind answering questions about One Piece, like, at all. So, you know, I may not answer them in these Q&A because I didn't get any One Piece questions, but if you ask me after, I will surely answer them. I have also this one. This is the Ultimate Weapon from Kingdom Hearts. Yes, I love me some Kingdom Hearts. I forgot to mention that. That's another fandom I love. Kingdom Hearts as well. It was actually my favorite game up until Undertale came out and destroyed my world. I don't wear jewelry that often, but I love One Piece and anime jewelry. I love it. Okay. I got a little cookie cat charm from Steven Universe and the actual cookie cat ice cream. So I have both. So yay, they go together. I got this at Spencer's actually. There's a store out there that sells these kind of things. I love Fairy Tail, yes! Alright. That's not really a question, but, you know, I saw it and I was like, if I answer this question, I might fangirl on camera a little bit. I fangirl a lot. Next question. Please ask me One Piece questions. I love answering them. I love Luffy! Alright, next question. What settings do you have for the pencil tool? By the way, I love your speed paint. Lemon potato. Sounds actually kind of good. I have... Oops, sorry. I hope you guys didn't hear that motorcycle outside, just like last time. I actually have posted my brush settings on DeviantArt, so if I'll post a link, there it is, boom. I have the links to all of my brush settings, and I'll flash up the pencil settings for here too. But yeah, that's the main tool I use for my line art, so I hope that helped. I got a few questions about brush settings actually, so somebody asked about like the settings for my air eraser. All of the settings that I use for everything is up there, so I hope that helps you. And again, it doesn't, you know, it's not guaranteed to make line art easier, it just, you know, those are what my settings are, and it always takes a little bit of tweaking in the advanced settings for you to figure out your style. If that helps you, wonderful. I'm glad that helped you. Alright, next question. Thank you for asking, Lemon Potato. Sounds actually kind of good, lemon on potato. This is a repeated question. Melanie Caffrey asked me, have I ever thought of doing tutorials, and I would love to see one on your line weight and shading. I've never seen anyone shade like you do. Really? Because line art isn't too hard to find. But I answered this question already, so yes, I definitely plan on doing tutorials in the future, for sure. They would either be on YouTube or on DeviantArt as like a long picture or something, so I'll clarify with that when it comes. But if I do a line art or shading tutorial, it would probably be on DeviantArt because it's not too big of an explanation, but yeah, I definitely don't mind doing tutorials. So yes, in the future, yes, yes, yes to any tutorials you guys want me to do. Woo! Thank you for asking. And I love your icon, by the way. Grump lover. Alright, next question. Amazing! You should collaborate with Kiwi Byrd! Thank you, Danny's Hair Evolution. Oh my gosh, I love your name. I really hope that's Danny from Game Grumps, because if it was, I would be very... If it's not, I'm gonna be very sad. That would make me very happy if you're referencing Danny from Game Grumps. Anyway, honestly, collaborations, I would love to collaborate with Kiwi Byrd, if they will have me. Because the thing is, and I was kind of thinking over this as I was kind of browsing through the questions I was going to answer. Kiwi Byrd's style, I absolutely adore her work. I love her. Very realistic and a lot of realism to her art. The thing is, though, it would be very difficult for somebody like me that does line art, which is like the polar opposite of what she does. I would love to, and it would definitely be a challenge for me, because I've always actually wanted to try doing a more painted, realistic style to art. I did a picture a while ago. Boom, there it is. Of a wolfie I did. It was a very small test experiment project picture that I did just to try it, and I did more realistic fur than I usually do and no line art. And I was thinking about doing something similar for ink sands. I wanted to try a more realistic style, so if I ever do more realistic painted pictures, sure, I would love to. But if it would just be like for the ink aspect to it, like if I were to collaborate with her and do my line art style, I'd like to see how that would work out, actually. If they'll have me, of course. You know, they have to ask me first. Yes, I would love to if they had me. If they would love to collaborate with me. And that goes for anybody. Yes, please. So, but I'm gonna get to that. Collaborations are coming up, and we'll mention that in the end. Alright, next question. Thank you so much. Glitz Glam and Fox Channel asked me, for the Q&A, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Okay. Since I was a little girl, ever since I was, I don't know, exposed to, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. It's an American Western show. Have you ever seen the show called American Dragon Jake Long? That was a favorite of mine way back in the day, and I just love the idea of the thought that you could shapeshift into a dragon. Basically, for anybody that doesn't know that show, it's about a kid from New York, and he has the ability to transform into a dragon at his will. And I absolutely love that concept, because when I was younger, I loved dragons. I still love dragons! I love dragons! And I love Spyro the Dragon. He's another favorite of mine. So that would be one wish, and I've actually overthought this so many times that if there was a genie that gave me the power to have one wish, I would be like, okay, I want to be a dragon. But if he was a really stupid genie that would be like really douchey and make me like think about, like he would make me like Mushu or something, I'd be like, no, I gotta be a cool dragon, and I gotta shapeshift, and I gotta be able to have these colors and these specific powers, and I want to have wings coming out of my back and not just the Chinese dragon that moved like this. Those are cool too, but I prefer the wings, man, please. That would be one wish. And I would have to clarify and show a picture to the genie. Like, if I ever draw myself as a dragon, if I wasn't a cat, I'd be a dragon. I would show him a picture of exactly what I would look like. And I would probably do a description and everything. So, I wanted to do that for one wish. Forever. Like, every dandelion that I found, I would be like, I wish upon a star I could be a dragon. You know, I was always that kind of kid, and I still wish for that. I could turn into a dragon, and I could take my mom to work, and she could ride on my back or whatever. It'd be so fun. Yeah, so that's one wish. Second wish. This is a more mature wish later on in my life. I have now experienced high school through college. I know the meaning of sleep deprivation, for sure. And I wish, if I had a second wish, the power to snap my fingers and stop time whenever I wanted to, but I could control the things that are stopped. So, like, if I could snap my fingers, but, you know, everything else stopped, then it wouldn't matter. You know, like, if I wanted to just go and get some water and I can't, you know, water stopped in time, I can't do anything with it, you know, so I could touch things that I wanted to keep moving. And it would only be for 3 intervals of time. Like, it would only be for, like, it wouldn't be longer than, say, 3 or 5 hours, because then it would get time paradox or whatever. Time paradox! Who knows? Something weird would happen if I messed with my abilities. Something always weird happens when you have a weird futuristic ability. So the power to stop time, so I could sleep in on days that I'm having really, really tired days that I don't want to get up. That's the second wish. And the third wish, you know, it was kind of along the lines of where I'm at now. Like, you know, if I ever wanted to be a professional artist, selling art at conventions, and, you know, I would love for that to happen. Like, if I could go to a convention, a nerd convention, and we could nerd out about stuff that I love, and people would talk to me about my art, and we could all talk and stuff about stuff that I could relate to. A place to nerd out and just be, like, talking about stuff that I do. You know, I would love that. You know, I'd love to definitely go to conventions. That was a wish until a little while ago, until that collaboration kind of gave me the reality of it, that could actually happen one of these days. So that's not really a wish anymore. It was a dream, and now it's almost a reality. Tears of happiness, tears of joy. I would nowhere be anywhere without you guys, so thank you so much to every single person that subscribed. I really wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you, and thank you, Walking Melons. I'm gonna keep saying it because I mean it. I love her, and I love you guys, so thank you. But for the third wish, if I didn't have the power to shapeshift into a dragon, I would want the power to either shapeshift into a horse, and it wouldn't be a horse that's like, you know, trapped in a saddle used for the government kind of horse or a racing horse. No, I want to be on a free range, unless I had a really awesome owner that had like a beautiful open field and a cool corral that I could ride around in, and it would be awesome. Because ever since Spirit of the Stallion, Spirit of the Cimarron, I always wanted to be a horse. So if I could transform into either a horse or a cat, because I love kitties, but a cat that lives in also a comfortable abode. I don't want to be in the wilderness. I don't want to be any of that. No warrior cat's life for me. I'm a kitty pet. Either a very domestic cat or horse. If I couldn't transform into anything that's magical or anything that supposedly doesn't exist, I would be either a cat or a horse. And then if I could transform into a dragon, a very specific kind of dragon. You know, I'm gonna ramble for a sec. I actually wrote a story called Imani's Sapphire Wish. You can find it on my DeviantArt page, and it's really old, but we had to write in school, we had to write a 100-page novel. It was double-spaced, but we had to write a 100-page novel, and it could be about whatever you wanted. And I wrote a story about a dragon named Imani. And, yeah, I guess if I was to look anything like that, it would be like the description in the book. She was a small pink dragon, and, well, I don't remember. I think she was either pink or red, one of the two. And she was young, but I wanted to be what she looks like when she grows up. So, yeah. She's kind of like a ripoff of Spyro. I love that series too. The newer Spyro games. The older ones I like too, the collectathon ones, but the newer ones where you have like, I don't know if anybody knows Ignitus and all of the 4 element dragons, and it's a lot more serious, and there's Cinder. I always love the trilogy of A New Beginning, Eternal Night, and Dawn of the Dragon. So any of those dragons would be cool too. So I love dragons! I wouldn't mind drawing them actually. I've never drawn dragons, but one of these days if you guys send me a commission for drawing a dragon, I'll try it. Alright, that was a long one. Sorry about that. Thank you for your question. Next one. I'm going to answer this question without giving it away. I know I keep saying this. I'm going to get to it, I promise. At the end of this Q&A, I'm going to mention what I'm going to do with collabs. I have an idea. I wanted to ask you, thank you, Rickard's Sistache. That's so nice. I hope I said that right. I wanted to ask you if you'd be down for a collab. Coloring one of your pictures would be a dream come true. I met you from Walking Melons AAA, and I've been watching you ever since. It would be great. Thank you! To answer your collab question, it's coming. I promise I'm gonna get to it. I'm not just prolonging this for a reason to taunt you guys. I'm gonna mention something at the end. I'm saving it for the end, okay? So I'm gonna mention something. As for coloring in one of my pictures, that also is along the lines of what I'm going to mention at the end. So stick around, because I'm going to mention something that might interest you guys. Some of you, maybe some of you don't care because you may not like me that much. It's okay. I'm coming back. I promise. I didn't forget. Thank you so much. I'm going to come back to your question. Next question. Thank you, Lian. I hope I said that right. I'm probably butchering a lot of these names. I'm really sorry. Question. The intro animations, do you do all of that yourself? Yes, I do. How did you learn how to do it, and what software do you use for them? Between the animations, your music choices, and the attention to detail within your art, you're by far my favorite speed painter! Heart! Oh, no! Thank you! Oh, your words are beautiful. Your beautiful words. I told you guys I'm a sucker for comments. Oh, I love them. I answered this earlier, but yes, I do all of my intro animations. I do all of the intro animations, the little title card at the bottom for all of the songs. I do the closings. I do everything. It's all me. And self-taught, by the way. Woot, woot. Through the power of YouTube, I learned how to do practically everything I do. Very complicated software, though, I will say, and I mentioned this before, but yeah. If you're gonna learn how to use After Effects, definitely look up some other tutorials along the lines of just basic tutorials on how to do stuff, because the stuff I do is a little advanced. So if I do a tutorial on it, I'm going to assume that you have prior knowledge of already how to use After Effects and the basic. If you don't understand what I say when I say keyframes, if you understand how keyframes work, then you'll be fine. But if you don't know what the heck I just said, if it sounded like Mongolian, go and look up some tutorials before coming to my tutorial when it eventually comes out. If I do one, you know. If somebody asked me, I would love to. So, yeah. Thanks for your question. I love you too. Thank you by far your favorite speed painter. Next question. Thank you. Cowboy! I must ask, how do you make those perfect circles? I can't figure it out for the life of me, and it would help me so much. Sorry if you get asked this a lot. I do, but that's okay, because I know it was a question for me too. It's not that hard actually. There's a tutorial floating around on YouTube that, here it is, there's a link to it. It's like 2 minutes long, it's really easy. I would show you, but there's a tutorial that explains it a lot better than I do. And if I explained it here and now without, screen recording, it would be very confusing. So, just look at the tutorial, right there. Boom, it's done. Yay! I was just like, that's all you have to do? That's it? Like, wow, that's so easy. So, yeah, it's okay. I do get asked that a lot, but I hope this clarifies for everybody that was wondering that. Oh, and this is offhanded, but I do get this question a lot as well. I'm going to address it here. Some of you ask me, why do I trace over my pictures or my layouts? Because it looks like there's a completely finished product picture on below it. Well, that's as detailed as it looks. That's just the base layout. Layouts are meant to be very simple, though. They're not meant to be detailed and colored and look like professional finished done work. So, that was one of the things that I kind of was like, I'm making my layouts a little too detailed, but there was a reason for that, because if you ever notice in my speed paints, at least my Undertale speed paints, I have the up next coming, and I made them a little detailed on purpose So when you see the up next, you would understand or see what that next picture was kind of going to look like. Because that was not the finished product. Like, I'd finish my layouts and I'd be clarifying, this is not the finished product. It just looks like this. So you can kind of get a grasp at what it's going to look like. So that would be for the up next pictures. But in general, I don't make my layouts that detailed. I just did it for mostly Undertale. And if I had, you know, because I had a specific order in mind when I was drawing them. So in general, I don't always have future projects to show when I finish speed paints. It just happened to be for Undertale because I wanted to get all of the layouts done ahead of time before I started chugging them out, finished products. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question because I get that a lot. Like, why wouldn't you just finish it and leave it like that? Like, no, I'm a perfectionist. I like to be specific with stuff. Like, I gotta make the layout and the line art a lot more clean, and I just want to add more detail along the